Hi. So, welcome all. Thank you all for joining. Exciting to welcome you in my living room. I think it's 1 minute before the start, so I just wanted to start a little bit before so we can settle in and maybe just give you a little bit of information what you can have next to you in case you need some props. So what I have blocks at home and I have a blanket. So if you have blocks, great. If you don't have, and if you know you need a little bit of support in some postures, then a book, 2 books, a thick book is also great. So maybe just have that close by. Otherwise, you just practice modification with your own body, what you have. Yeah. Okay. So everyone can hear me? Maybe thumbs up so I can be sure that you can all hear me loud. Yes. Okay. So you see my dog is in the screen with you. Hopefully he'll just stay still and sleeping. So welcome all. Nice to have you joining me, and I hope everyone is safe, mostly at home, going out only for the bare necessities so you can survive this period. Hopefully it's not going to be very long, but as long as we need to do this, let's just keep the best we can to keep moving. I'm sure if you're used to doing a lot more physical activity on your normal daily life, it can be quite hard now. So great that you can join this class. Let's start. I suggest we start. So make yourself comfortable. Just make sure your mat is free, or just put something if you'd like to sit on top of it. And as always, let's just arrive. So maybe just make yourself as comfortable as you can. Knees are nice and supported. And then so start to just roll your shoulders 1 or 2 rounds. Back and down to check if there's a lot of stiffness from the night, or maybe just some weird position you've been sleeping in. And then soften your hands. Just relax your arms, make them heavy. And soften the face. And with this, just a couple of moments. You first try to arrive here to this space, to this very moment on your mat. So let's bring the attention to the sound. What can you hear that's around you? Maybe you can hear your neighbor singing. You can hear the sounds from the streets. Maybe it's absolutely still in your house. So notice that. And now let's focus on the temperature. Notice what's the temperature in your house, your home. Maybe it's a bit chilly in the morning, or maybe it's actually quite comfortable, nice, warm. And now notice any scents. Can you smell something in your house? This connection to the space that's surrounding us. Let's be aware of our breath now. Let's connect to our bodies now. So start to follow your breath. Notice how deep the breath is this morning. Is your breath quite shallow? Mine is a bit shallow now, a bit nervous. Going to your chest, or maybe it's actually quite relaxed, quite calm, going deep to your belly. Observe how your body moves as you breathe, which parts of your body are moving as you breathe. Notice, is it your chest, your shoulder, your collarbone. Maybe goes even deeper to your ribs. Maybe goes all the way to your belly, so belly expands as well. Now we made a notice of our breath. Let's try to change it now. So start to inhale a bit deeper. And then exhale out completely. Through the nose. Deeper inhalation. Complete exhalation. A few more rounds. Come back. Okay, let's deepen our breath. Deeper in, allow your belly to expand. Exhale out completely. Again. And then place your hands together. Bring them in front of your heart. You can rest your palms against the chest. You relax your shoulders, your arms, and bring your chin a little bit closer to your hands. Before we start our practice today, let's as always bring a few moments to set an intention. So we'll create energy as we practice together. Where would you like to direct this energy towards today? And if nothing comes to mind, there's nothing you can bring the attention to, maybe let's all do a intention together to bring the calmness to our days, maybe to bring strength and health to the people that need it the most, and then to allow this crisis to go as fast as we can, the best as we can, together. And then with these thoughts in the mind, bring your hands back to your knees, and then open the eyes softly again. Okay, let's move now. So, if you have this block or anything you were sitting on, put it away so you free up your mat. And then let's just maybe take a moment to roll over the legs. Just allow your back to hang from your hips down. Feel the legs activating, feel your back, feel your shoulders. And then slowly you can roll up. And then normally we chant together. Now, I know some of you don't like this chant. And some of you really enjoy it. I would suggest that we do a chant together so you can chant along, but we'll not do call and response. I'll just chant along in one line from the beginning to the end. Okay, deep inhalation. Exhale out completely. Back in for Om. Vande Gurunam Charanaravinda Sandara Shita Svatma Sukhava Bodha Nishreyase Jangalika Yamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shanchye Abahu Purushakaram Shankha Chakra Siddhaharinam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjali. Enjoy your practice. So before we start, just to mention, it will be a 60-minute ashtanga, so a little bit less long, few postures less than we do on the weekly basis, Mondays and Saturdays if you're joining my classes. So start with your top of your mat. Maybe if you have too warm clothing for now, you can put it away. And so ground yourself at the top of your mat, bring your toes together, press the big toes firmly down, feel your legs engage. And then to start with, let's just engage a little bit the core. So you pull your belly in, you drop the tailbone down, shoulders back. And before we move, let's feel the breath first. So connect to your breathing. We start with, as always, with 5 rounds of sun salutation. Say Surya Namaskara. With your next inhalation, bring your arms up. And as you exhale, you fold forward, bring your hands down, relax your neck. If you need to, you bend the knees.
Then stretch your back. You can push the floor, you can push your shins to feel your arms and strong back. Now hands firmly down and step back to plank. And then bend the elbows, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, push the floor. Exhale, downward facing down. And we stay here, 5 deep breaths. So first downward dog, maybe first active movement of today. So just take whatever you need. Maybe your body needs to walk a little bit, do any movements. So just let's do this exceptionally, allowing yourself to do extra movements if you need to. Keep your shoulders rolling out, keep pushing your hands. You can maybe check what the hands are doing, if they're too wide or too close. So try to bring them in the same distance as your shoulders are. Neck relaxed. And one more breath here. As you start to exhale, you look to the hands. You can come to the top of your feet, to the top of your toes, and step both of the feet one by one forward. Stretch your back. And then exhaling, fall. Then come up. Inhale, arms up. Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, hands to the sides. Again, round to inhale, lift your arms. Open the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Then head up first, straighten the back. Now step both of the feet back to plank and then slowly bend the elbows. If you need to bring your knees down to the floor first, then bend the elbows. Then upward dog, push the floor, shoulders back. Bend the elbows a little bit, push the chest forward. Exhale, hips back up. Second round, stay there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now as you exhale, look to the hands and step both of the feet long back. Push the floor or the shins. Exhale, fold again. Then come up, strong belly. Push the floor, lift your arms up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Hands to the sides. Again, round 3, lift your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Strong belly as you go down. Then head up first, push the floor, feel your arms engage. Now step back, high plank, strong core. Don't collapse in your back. And then look forward as you bend the elbows. Then upward dog, open the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, hips back up. 1, keep your belly active, so pull it in. And lower ribs, you can tuck them in slightly. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now next inhale, you step or maybe jump both of the feet forward, lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Then come up, inhale, lift, strong legs. Exhale, Samasthiti. Here again, last one, bring your arms up. Exhale, fold forward, exhale out completely. Then head up, strong back. Step back, and then bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, push the floor, open the chest. Exhale, hips back up. 1. Keep shoulders out. So you want to feel space around your neck, not closing of that space. 2. So you want to make wide shoulders. 3, 4, 5. Now next inhale, round your lower back and then you jump or step. Long back. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, come up, arms above. Exhale, Samasthiti. Let's do Surya Namaskara B. 3 rounds. Bend the knees, lift your arms. And then as you exhale, you fold, try to straighten the legs, head down, neck relax. Then head up first, to straighten the back. Take this movement slowly. Now step both feet back and then bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. You push the floor, your chest goes forward, elbows back. Exhale, hips up. From here, let's step the right foot to the hands. Back heel stays down and push the floor. Both feet, lift your arms. Exhale, both hands down. You step back again to plank and bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog, push the floor. Exhale, downward dog. Now other side, step your left foot forward. Back heel down. Inhale, lift your arms. Exhale, both hands down. Step back, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog, chest open, shoulders back. Exhale, hips up again. And keep your breath. Just focus on the breathing. You can count or just listen to me counting. 2, 3. Observe the quality of your breath. 4. And 5. Now next inhale, you jump or you step. Lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Now bend the knees again. Inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale, Samasthiti here again. Round 2, bend the knees, lift your arms. Exhale, fold. Then head up first. Now step back, maybe jump to plank. And then slowly bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog, push the floor. Exhale, downward dog. Now step your right foot forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down, step back, bend the elbows. Inhale, chest open, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Other side, step your left foot to the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down, step back, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog, chest open. Exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. 1, 2, I'm really warm now. I hope you're warm up too. 3, 4, and 5. Now next inhalation, you jump or you step. Lift your chest. Exhale, you fold. Again, you go pull your belly as you fold. Now bend the knees, lift your arms. And then exhale, Samasthiti here. Last one, bend the knees, lift your arms up. Only exhale, you fold and you straighten the legs. Then head up, you straighten the back. And then step back or jump back. And then bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now step your right foot forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands down, step back. Bend the elbows. Inhale, chest open, shoulders back. Exhale, hips up. Other side, step your left foot forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, step back, and then bend the elbows. Inhale, chest is open, upward dog. Push the chest forward. Exhale, hips up again. 1, try to calm your breath here. 2, pull your belly in. 3, shoulders out. 4, 5. Now next inhalation, jump or you step. Lift your chest. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Lift your arms. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Padangusthasana. You step or hop, hip distance apart, and tuck your tailbone under. Now you catch your big toes. You reach for them. If it's far, your shins. Lengthen. Exhale, you fall. Keep belly pulling in, strong legs. Neck relax. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inhale, head up. Exhale, step Padangusthasana. You slide your hands under your feet. You lengthen again, keep belly pulling in. And then exhale, you fold. Feel your legs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale it up. Exhale, stay. Now inhale all the way, strong back. And then feet together, Samasthiti. Utthita Trikonasana. Turn like this so you can see what I'm doing. Inhale right foot to the side of your mat. You open to the side. And then just change the toes. Right foot points to the back of your mat and you reach either for your toe or your shin. If toe is really far, you take your shin and you stay a bit higher. And breathe. 1, keep your active core. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Now you just turn, other side. Turn, catch your toe on your left. Look to the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. Now we'll do the same but with a twist. Parivrtta Trikonasana or Trikonasana bit. So you turn, you square the hips, you go forward and down, keep your balance, and then you twist your upper back. So if you can, hand goes on the floor. If you have block close to you and the floor is far, you can take the block to bring the floor closer to you, or just take on the shin. And then you open the chest and you breathe. Push your right hip back. You want to align your hips. 2 already. Breathe deep. 3, 4, 5. Now come up. Strong legs as you go up. Other side. You turn. You square the hips. You go forward and down. Almost down. You twist your upper back. Open the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next breath, you lift and then come back to the front. Samasthiti here. Uttita Parshvakonasana. You step your right foot, big step, about 5 feet, more or less, your own feet. And then you open your right foot to the right again. You bend the knee. You place your right hand on the floor outside of your foot, or if you have block, you can use it. Or if it's too far, elbow on the knee. Extend the arm over the head. You roll your shoulder out. And breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5. Next breath, you come up. Other side. Turn. Prepare. Bend the knee. Left hand down, right hand over the head. Align your hips. So sink your hips a bit lower. It's always lower than you think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come up again. Now the deep twist. So you turn to the back. You pull your belly in, you bend your right knee, and then you twist. You keep pulling your belly in to help you that twist. Into that twist. You push your hand, if you can, on the floor. Not possible, just make sure you hook your arm outside of your knee. And now just place either hands against each other in the prayer position, or a hand goes down. Arm over the head, and keep breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you lift, untangle yourself, up, other side. Turn. As you turn, you bend the knee, you pull your ribs and belly in. You make a twist, you hook your arm outside. And then back, heel down if you can. And then arm over the head. Straight arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next breath, you lift. And then back to the front. Samasthiti, top of your mat, feet together. Prasarita, Padottanasana. You place both hands to the waist and step your right foot to the side. Make your feet parallel to each other, toes in front of your heels. Belly in, you tuck your tailbone under to engage your core, neutralize your back. And then from there, exhale, hands down. Keep your legs active. Then straighten the back. And then on the exhalation, your head goes down. Stay down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale, stay strong core. Push the floor, lift. Exhale here, version B, arms wide again. On the exhale, place them to the waist. Then inhale one more time. You can pull the shoulders back, but also pull your ribs and belly in. Exhale, head down, stay down. 1, 2, keep your legs active. 3, 4, 5. Next inhale, you lift, strong core and legs. Exhale here. Version C, bring your arms wide. Exhale, place them behind your back, interlace your fingers. Then you can pull the shoulders back, but don't arch. So pull your belly and ribs in. Exhale, go down. Arms over the head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next breath, you lift. And then bring your hands to the waist again. Last one. Inhale here. Exhale. Reach for your toes. You catch your big toes. If they're far, your shins. Then you inhale again. And as you exhale, you fold. 1. Keep your breath. Keep your arms engaged. 2. Try not to collapse in your wrists. So if your wrists are reaching the floor, you're collapsing. 3. Or if you feel the wrists, any angle in the wrists. 4. 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale, stay, strong core. Inhale, lift all the way up. And then exhale, back to the front of your mat. Samastiti. Parshvottanasana. If you can, I'll turn like this so you can see. I have a bit of wrist pain. We'll see how shoulders feel today. On the days when shoulders are quite flexible, it's possible to do this pose. If you feel your wrist, it's okay. If you feel your wrist in this pose or any other joint, just do this. Everything okay? Keep your hands like this and elbows away from your back. And then with the hands like this, you step your right foot about 3 feet apart. You turn to the back. Try to keep your hips squared. I have this line, so this is helping me align the heels. And then exhale, you fall forward. 1, 2, 3, long back. 4, 5. Now inhale, lift. Other side. Turn. And then exhale, you fall forward. So you feel your hamstring here, your left hamstring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now lift up. And then release. Samastitihi, back to the front. Okay, now balancing pose. Titta Hasta Panakushasa. I turn like this. Maybe it's easier if you don't know this pose already. Then it's easier to you to see what to do. So I hate this pose. I already told you. And the balance is in morning. It's always tricky. So let's see how it goes today. So start with bringing all the way to the left leg. That's the standing one. You make a good connection to your core. So you pull your ribs, belly in. So feel this strong. Hands in the waist. Prepare your right hand. These 3 fingers you'll use to catch the big toe. So inhale. Get your right leg lifted up as high as you can. See if you can make a connection to your toe. If that's not possible, just start with the knee and you stay like this. If you have your toe, keep your legs straight. More space. You bring your head to your shin. 1. And you hold the pose. 2. And keep breathing. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Now you slowly open your leg to the side as far as you can. Look to the opposite. 1, 2. Keep breathing. 3, 4, 5. Slowly back. And then, if you can, one more time, you bring your head towards your shin. Then bring your head up again. Now, strong core, let go of your leg. And balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let go. Shake your legs. Other side. Same thing. Other leg. Let's see. This is my easier side. Hopefully yours as well. You all have, most of people have more side that's stronger than the other. So again, strong core, strong leg. Don't lock your knee of your standing leg. Now inhale, lift your right leg and left leg. Catch the toe. And see how it feels. You stay straight or you fold forward. 1, 2, keep breathing, keep your breath. 3, strong core. 4,
5. Inhale, head up. Slowly with control, you open to the side and breathe. 1. If you're looking at the window, find a spot that's not moving. 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly back. If you can, head to the shin, try to touch. Inhale, let it up. Now let go. Both hands to the waist. 1, keep breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let go. Okay, shake your legs. Hopefully you're warm. I'm quite warm already. Okay, other balancing pose. So this one, if you've joined in my class, you probably know I always mention the knees. So this will be the first half lotus. So if your hips are stiff, hips are not as open enough, you'll do modification. It's much more effective for a hip to open than pulling into the half lotus, because that's dangerous for the knee. So start with your right leg, strong leg, left one is standing. Pull your right knee up, you close the knee, so you can bring it to the chest, closer to the armpit. And then keep your knee closed. If you start to feel your knee, something's happening, you back off, you wait for modification. Everything fine, you start to bring your knee downwards. You want to roll the hip out. And then see how far. If your foot reaches the hip bone here, you're probably okay to go into full pose. If not, your modification is that you lower your foot all the way down above the kneecap. Then this hip stays open, and then if you lean into this leg, so with this hand you can push the thigh, you feel this hip. I feel it already quite a bit. If it's quite nice here, you can stay, or more challenge, hands on the floor. You feel the hip more. Also a bit of the glute. If you're going into full pose, nothing in the knee. You shouldn't feel the knee. Hip needs to be nice and open, so the knee is safe. And then you bind with your right hand behind your back. Then you can go down. Hand on the floor and keep your balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Head up. Exhale there, and then lift all the way. Slowly release your leg. Other side. Let's do it. All the way, standing leg. Close your left knee. Keep your knee closed completely. Then you start to open your hip. See how much it's possible on this side. If you're modifying, foot above the kneecap, all fine. Foot is to the hip. You can try to catch it. And then you go down. Bring your hand on the floor and balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale it up. Exhale, stay. Try not to lose your balance like me and come up. And then release. Good. Back to the front. Samasthiti. Inhale, bring your arms up. Look to your hands. Exhale. Fold forward. Then head up first. Now bring your hands firmly down. Bend the knees and jump back. Bend the elbows. Inhale, push the floor for upward dog. Open the chest, belly in here. Exhale, hips up. From here, we're going to step, or we're going to jump to Utkatasana, the chair pose. Look to your hands. You round your lower back, you bend the knees and lift and jump. Feet together, arms up and breathe. 1. Keep your knees bent. 2, 3, 4, 5. From here, bend the knees more, bend the knees more. Now hands into the mat, push the floor, jump back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. We're going to warriors. Virabhadrasana A. Step your right foot forward and then push the floor. Lift your arms. Arms together. If you're closing onto your neck, keep them open, but try to close them. 2, and shoulders down. 3, 4, 5. Straight legs, turn to the back. Don't change arms, just the legs. Bend the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you open your arms to warrior 2. Your front knee may be bent a little bit more if you can, to 90 degrees. Back foot also 90. And breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight legs, turn, you change position on your feet. To other side, bend the knee,
hips down, and breathe. 1, 2, belly in, 3, 4, 5. Now both hands on the floor, you step back to plank. And then bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog, open the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, we're going to jump to sitting and straighten the legs in front of you. So active legs, you bring your belly in. You want to tailbone goes down. And you want to feel the sit bones pressing firmly down. Straight active legs, so strong thighs, feet are flexed, heels are pushing down. Hands are pushing down, chin is in, belly is pushing in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chin up, and then Paschimottanasana. Catch your toes. You pull your belly in, long back. If toes are far, shins. Or if you have something to catch your toes, you can do it. And then belly in, and you gently fall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale it up, and then we'll do one more. If this is intense, repeat this one. If you feel more space, see if you can reach the sides of your feet. And then more space, you lock. Long back, keep your belly pulling in. And then you gently round, gentle curving your back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now head up and release your legs. Vinyasa. You cross your shins. You pull your feet close to the buttocks, hands on the floor, lift. You round your back. You feel your core here, and then use it. Jump back. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog, open the chest. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, let's sit down and lie down. So lie on your back. Just gonna check the time so we are good on time. Yes, good. So we'll do a bit of back bends. So bring your feet right under your knees and then a little bit wider than the hips. You lie on your back. And we'll do a bit of back bend, so do gentle. See what's possible for you. You shouldn't feel your back. You should really engage the belly. We want to activate the legs and see how it goes today. So you start to push your feet into that. You can also push your hands down. So push your feet and your hands. Lift your hips up, 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 up as high as you can. Now if you have space underneath your back, you pull your arms underneath. You can interlace your fingers. You can pull your shoulders a little bit closer. And now you push the feet with your hands, opening the chest. And keep breathing like this. Feel the chest opening up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You calm down, take a breath. Okay, so this is enough for you today. Repeat this. We'll do 2 more rounds. And maybe you feel quite okay. You want to do the wheel pose. For me, this is really intense pose, but I like to do it because I really need the opening in the back. So I'm gonna do it. Let's see how it feels. So extend your arms over the head. Legs are the same. Don't change the feet. And then bend the elbows. Bring your hands under the elbows, and then a little bit. Make sure they're not too close to your heads. They go under as wide as the shoulders. Now check what your elbows are doing. If they're going away, it will be really difficult because you'll be blocking your shoulders. So bring them closer to each other. And now from there, you're not going to use them. You keep your hands ready and you push the feet with your hand, the floor. And then, now at your highest, you use your arms to lift yourself a little bit. So bring the top of the head on the mat. And then, strong arms, push the floor and open the chest. You lift yourself up and breathe. 1, push your heels down. 2, 3, move the weight forward. 4, so you want to feel your arms opening more. And 5. Now bend the elbows just to touch the top of the head, and then you can walk your hands a little bit if you like, and then lift up all the way up. 1 more time. 1, 2, strong legs, heels down. 3, push your heels to the mat. 4, 5. Chin to the chest, come down. Okay, catch your breath on your back, and then pull your knees a little bit closer, and maybe rock a little bit from back. Maybe any movement that feels nice for your body now. And then you can cross your shins. If you can catch your feet, you catch them, or just take your knees. And now let's rock a little bit, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then you can roll completely forward, step back or jump back. Bend the elbows, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Okay, now let's sit down. And from here, so we did a deep back bend, we want to reset. So let's just do one gentle forward fold. So take as many times as you need to go into this pose. Some backs are maybe a bit more stiff than some others. So if you need, maybe start from here, you start gently by pulling your belly in. You round your lower back, you round your upper back. If you have something, you can keep it. If you have block, you can keep it to support your head. Anything you need, so you can relax in this pose. 2, 3, 4, 5, relax shoulders, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then head up, and let go. Okay, vinyasa. So maybe pull yourself to the front of your mat if you're not there already. Bend the knees, you go across your shins, hands into the floor, lift your hips around your back and jump or step back. Bend the elbows, inhale, upward dog, open the chest, and then exhale, downward dog. Okay, let's sit down and lie down. So, we're going into restorative part. Okay, so pay attention to your neck. You should never feel the neck in this pose that we're going to do now. If there's any sensation in the neck, you back off, you go down, and maybe you stay in this pose. And if you have something like a blanket or something to pull under your hips, under your buttocks here, you do that. This is really nice for your back. Or you can also just keep the hands there. So this is also supporting your lower back. So let's see how it goes. So from here, keep your legs active. You can pull the belly in, so you feel the lower back flattening a little bit into the mat, and then lift up, strong belly. And then from here, ladies on the period, you stay like this for a couple of poses. I'll tell you when to join from here. If not, you swing your feet over the head. I bring them all the way so you can have space for the shoulders. So then I bring the hands into the back to free up as much space for my neck. And then hands supporting the back, fingers pointing up to the ceiling. Now take one by one feet up, and then you find this long line, toes to the shoulders. And breathe. 1, 2, 3, chin away from your chest. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now from there, we bring the feet over the head slowly. You don't have to touch the floor with your feet, but see how far you get. If you can, your toes go down. And if you don't need the space, you don't need your hands for your back, for the support, you can interlace and you can push them into the mat behind you. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From there you bend the knees, knees to your ears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, support your back. Leave your hands, if they're not there already. You straighten the legs and you lift them back up. Okay, from here, we're going to upward facing lotus pose, Urdhva Padmasana. So if you can bind lotus, you start with your right leg, you start with your foot on top of the left foot, and you slide your foot down and see how far you get. So often, if your hips are not super open, mine are not that open yet, I pull with the foot all the way into the hip. And then you bend the left leg, you wiggle, and then when you hook your knee with your foot, you can wiggle your foot to get into the lotus, if possible, if your hips are open. If not, do cross legs. And then, if you can, keep your balance with your hands under your knees, or support your back. 1, 2, keep breathing, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From there, keep your balance and bring your knees closer to your chest. And see if you can bring your hands around your thighs and you try to catch your hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. From there, hands in the back, on the mat, and then roll. Keep your knees close to the chest, keep your core engaged as you roll down. Now, try to keep your knees in the same position, your legs. If you have lotus, keep it, and then you bring your knees down, hips up. You can lift yourself high up to help yourself with your arms to open the chest. So we're going into arch back now. So you open the heart, you drop the head back, and then touch the floor with your head. If you have lotus, you catch your feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, if you can, if there's nothing going on in your back and you don't feel your neck, you untangle your legs. Otherwise, anything happening in your back, you skip this pose. Untangle your legs, feet up, hands up. Uttana Padasana. Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, strong core, 6, 7, 8. Now let go. Release. Okay, pull your knees to the chest, rock, back and forth, and then vinyasa. And the elbows, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Okay, now headstand, your favorite challenge. I'm just gonna check quickly the time to see if we have enough time for explanation. Yes, we have. Okay, so for you that practice this already on your own, go ahead and do it and do 15 breaths. If you're still working on lifting up, I'll explain again, just like in the classes, step by step how to get there. So let's see how it goes today. Maybe you surprise yourself. Prepare your hands, interlace the fingers, so the pinkies go both on the floor, not only one, so they're not crossed, but in front of each other. Now you place your hands down and elbows go right under the shoulders. So you have a good support, so your elbows are supported by your shoulders. Now chin a little bit in, because you want the top of the head on the floor against the mat, and then back of the head is supported by your hands. Tuck your toes under to stretch your legs. When you come here, you feel the top of the head, weight there. Fine, that's absolutely fine, you can take this, you're just not used to that. If you feel your neck, your pose here is this. You want to engage your shoulders, so lifting your head off the ground by engaging your arms. You push your forearms, your elbows, your head is free. You can stay like this, or you can walk a little bit closer. And you stay like this, 10 breaths. You don't feel your neck, you feel quite strong in your shoulders. You walk to check the core, you walk closer. And I want to bring your knee to the chest and foot to the buttock. So not here, here. We want to check the strength of the core. To do that, get both knees to the chest, feet closer to the buttocks. So you want to keep your back slightly rounded. So this will engage your core to see how much core strength you have. This is quite intense for you. What you do today. You stay like this. If you come here, you can stay here quite a while. You probably ready to lift. And then come down, and then you try to lift up. So you walk more until you start to feel your toes, wanna lift. And then slowly try to find your balance there. And I start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. From here, if anyone is practicing B is legs halfway. So keep your legs straight. You keep going a little bit back. So if you can go forward. So you're making a lever with your legs so you can keep your balance. And when you see your toes, you're probably there. And then you hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From there, you go up slowly, back into A, and then all the way down, slowly. Same way, you get up, you go down. And then let's go to child's pose, ground. Okay, from there, come onto all 4, then plank or keep your knees on the floor to do the chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, push the floor. Exhale, downward dog. Okay, last 3 postures. You sit down, I'll turn like this. And then, if you can bind lotus, you can do it now. If your hips are not that open yet, do cross-legged or half lotus. And then, either arms behind your back. If you have lotus, you try to catch your feet with your hands. So maybe you need to wiggle or you need to lean a little bit forward to have a good grip. And then you make yourself tall. And then keep belly in, and then exhale. You fall towards the floor. Yoga Mudra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale it up all the way. Okay, now Padmasana, lotus pose. Straighten the arms. So change position of the arms. Bring the arms straight forward. Hands in front of your knees. And first 2 fingertips touch. So this is the position. Jana Mudra. Chin Mudra. Chin down. Let's calm the breath here. Long, deep, 10 breaths. 1. So keep your belly in so you're not arching your back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lanchina. And then very last pose. If you have 2 books that's about even thickness, use them. Or if you have 2 blocks, I know a lot of people like this because you can do the lift up. So I'm going to show you with blocks and without the blocks. If you don't have full lotus, don't worry about your toes. We'll try to use the core to keep all the weight on with the core up instead of your feet. But feet touching the floor is not a problem. So lift your knees to the chest, hands a little bit forward, so make sure they're not too wide. So try to keep them in the length or in the width of your shoulders. Hands on the blocks or on the books or right on the floor, and then you inhale, you lean forward and lift yourself up. You can also do this without the blocks, but you may be a little bit lower. And then you lift up and you hold. 1, keep breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, knees higher, 7, 8, 9, 10. We finished. So let's do last vinyasa, and then we go into relaxation, and I'll guide a little bit relaxation today, and then I'll call you back after we rest. So if you have full lotus, you can roll onto your knees, bring your hands under your shoulder, you bend the elbows and you lean into your arms, and then you unhook your legs, and then bend the elbows, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward facing dog. And then make yourself comfortable. If you have a blanket, use it. Have these eye pillows, so you can put anything on your eyes if it's bright in your house now to close off a little bit easier. Or you take sweaters and lie down. Oh, another thing, so you're probably at home. I think most of you have these cushions. So this is a cushion from my couch. You can use this instead of the bolster. It's nice to relax the back. So you can pull it, bring it under your knees or your thighs. So when you lie down, your back can really relax. You don't feel your back at all. And then you relax completely. So I'm gonna sit down and go guide you a little bit in relaxation. So maybe we start with a few times deep in through the nose and through the mouth. Let it go. If there's still something you're holding on, just let it go. One more time. And last time. Let it all go. Soften the face. Relax your eyelids. Relax your forehead. Relax your jaw. Release the shoulders and the back of your neck. Now your arms become really heavy now. No more grasping in your hands, in your fingers. Soften the belly. Soften your whole pelvis, your buttocks, your legs. Let it all go. You've done enough. Allow your body now just to be. Very, very gently. Let's start to wiggle the toes, take a couple of deeper breaths, conscious breaths. Start to feel your body. If you'd like, you can pull your arms over the head and you can stretch. And then completely relax. And then maybe pull your knees closer to your chest and roll to your side. And then you slowly push yourself back into sitting again. Let's take last couple of moments to close out the practice. So sit up, keep your face relaxed and eyes closed. Now let's observe.
joining.